Buenos dias, amigos. I'm going to start the next few weeks a little segment called Josette's Little Secrets because I know a lot of people always say, how do you do it? What's the secret? What's this and that? And it's really interesting to see that in the fitness world, they like to keep these little secrets to themselves. It's like they're hiding their paper. They don't want anybody to cheat off of them. And I think that's really, I'm one to share. Like if I find an amazing pair of shoes, I want to tell you all about it. And I feel the same way about my nutrition habits. And number one that I want to share with you is that I stick to the same meal plan pretty much every day. Many of you have told me, gosh, Josette, when I see your food log on Facebook or on your webpage, you pretty much eat the same thing over and over again. And yes, I do. I am a creature of habit, I admit. And it wasn't something that I did on purpose. I kind of fell into it. And as I have spoken to a lot of other fitness professionals, I have found that they do the same thing too. And the reason is because once you find a food that fuels you and makes you feel great, you want to have it all the time. And on top of it all, it just makes it easy knowing that it's going to sit right. It's going to fuel you, whether it's your pre-workout or post-workout. It's your first thing in the morning and you just feel invigorated with that protein pancake, which so many of you love, by the way. Thank you for the feedback. I'm so glad you love it. But there's nothing wrong with that. And I admit, I probably had a protein pancake for breakfast for about 6 months. Straight every day. I would jump out of bed and I couldn't wait. And I would have the same thing over and over until finally one day I got kind of tired of it and I moved on to something else. And I probably did that for about 6 months. So the reality is you don't need 30 recipes. Yes, it's great when you find a clean eating book or a healthy magazine that gives you all of these recipes, and it's nice to try them out. I love to try out new recipes, especially for special events or on the weekends. But honestly, Monday through Friday, it's pretty much basically the same thing. I may rotate things around, but it's pretty much consistent, my 5, 6, 7 meals a day, depending on what time I wake up and go to sleep. And a lot of that too I love is because then it takes my guessing work out. I don't have to be trying to figure out how many calories, how much fat, how much protein, how many carbs. The guessing work is done because I already have it memorized. It's in my brain and it's just easy. And with the lifestyle, it's perfect. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you are someone who does need variety, you will find that you will slowly start finding foods that you really love and that just fill your every needs emotionally and physically, and you're just going to want to have them and they become a habit. So if it has not become habit forming now, be patient. As you start trying out and venturing into different recipes, you'll find something that you want to keep in that group. I mean, think about it. When you make your dinners for your family, I mean, how many different dinners do you cook? Most families that I've researched have possibly 5 to 7 dinners that they rotate. So that whole idea of like, I'm getting tired of cooking the same thing, well, you cook pretty much what your kids like or what your spouse likes. And yeah, every once in a while you venture out and try something else. But the consistency of having that same menu is wonderful. And there's nothing wrong with that. And occasionally then just rotating and doing something else is perfectly fine. And it's going to help you succeed. It's going to take the guesswork out, the stress out, and then you can just go on and enjoy your day, your week, and all of your planning. So that's my number one secret.